The FBI as an organization has joined in the hunt for Christians, and we have proof of it. The FBI tried to manufacture crimes against sincere Catholics. The FBI's Richmond field office recently published an internal document promising to punish, quote, radical traditionalist Catholics and their ideology. Now, just to make something completely clear, the Bill of Rights prohibits the government from weighing in on sectarian or religious questions. They don't get to decide whether your religion is good or bad. They have to be agnostic on it. But the FBI has decided if you're too sincere about Catholicism, you're a criminal. The document cites obvious lies from the fascist and dishonest Southern Poverty Law Center several times.
Hey there, guys. Welcome to the channel. So it's been a while since I did a video on Josh Hawley, but we're definitely due. The dude is due. And those of you that follow Josh Hawley, you basically know his mission in the Senate has basically been to protect religious liberties and to hold an out-of-control, if we're being kind, and completely weaponized Department of Justice, if we're being honest, which is exactly what I think Josh Hawley sees. And I happen to agree with him for the most part. So anyway, FBI Director Christopher Wray, who is completely and totally worthless, in my opinion, was testifying before Senate, and Hawley absolutely crushed him, guys. It's a long video, but stick with it and stick with what they're talking about. It's about the FBI targeting Catholics, which no one in the FBI can dispute because it is absolutely 100% happening. It's a long video, but stick with it. It's very, very important.
The FBI uses all tools available at its disposal to combat domestic terrorism, which now apparently includes the crime of being Catholic. Let's talk a little bit about the FBI's egregious targeting of Catholic Americans. You have repeatedly been asked about the memo generated by the Richmond field office. We now know in collaboration with multiple other field offices about recruiting sources in Catholic churches. You have repeatedly said that no human sources were approached. This is you on July the 12th in the House. You were asked directly by Jim Jordan, do you think that priests ought to be approached to give information on parishioners? You said, no, sir, no, sir. You went on to say, we do not recruit, open, or operate human sources. We do not report on religious organizations. You went on to say, this product, meaning the Richmond memo, has not resulted in any investigative action. But now we know that, in fact, FBI agents did approach a priest and a choir director to ask them to inform on parishioners. So were you lied to when you gave this testimony, or were you lying to Congress?
Neither. So your question conflates two different things. There's the intelligence product itself, which the Richmond field office created. It was written by, as our inspection found, by analysts in Richmond, reviewed by people in Richmond, and captioned Richmond field office product. Separately from that, there was an investigation of a specific individual who was amassing Molotov cocktails and posting about killing people. And it does not surprise me that there were people who knew that subject in that investigation, that is the guy building the Molotov cocktails and trying to kill people, that people talked to the witnesses who knew that person. And I think the product, the Richmond intelligence product, which cites that investigation, is actually pretty transparent about exactly what I just said.
No, I don't think so at all. In fact, the only reason we know this is a whistleblower has come forward and told the House under oath that the FBI went and interviewed priests and choir directors in the Richmond area. The House goes on to say that the FBI has repeatedly refused to disclose this information. The only reason we know it is because a whistleblower came forward with it. Just like the only reason we know about this memo is because a whistleblower came forward with it. How many other parishes around the country have priests or choir directors been approached? By the way, are Catholic choirs now, are they breeding grounds for domestic terrorism? Is this your latest theory? How many other parishes have FBI agents approached priests and choir directors to ask about parishioners?
Look, Senator, we do not and will not conduct investigations based on anybody's exercise of their constitutionally protected religion.
You have done so, and your memo explicitly asks for it. Your memo labels traditional Catholics as racially and ethnically motivated violent extremists in need of investigation. You have a list of churches, a list in the memo. You've repeatedly said we don't target churches, we don't list churches. They're listed in the memo. So how many other parishes have you gone to talk to choir directors, for heaven's sake?
Yeah, so it goes on quite a bit. Director Wray, he did not have a good day. But here's the point that I want to make. If this happened to any other denomination, except for maybe Jewish, they probably could get away with it with the Jews also, but any other faith. If the FBI was trying to infiltrate a mosque, for example, the left would be losing their mind. They'd be crying this phobia and that phobia, and they'd be holding up the Constitution and pretending like they actually give a shit about it. They would be absolutely, completely, and totally losing their minds. But in this case, no one is losing their minds. No one cares, and no one will. And it's just another example, man, and really probably one of the worst examples, actually, of the double standard that really does exist in our country and in our government. You can do anything you want to the Christian faith and no one cares. No one's going to hold up the Constitution as some kind of shield. No ACLU lawyers are going to defend them. No one cares. But let me know in the comments what you guys think about that, and think, what will it take to change that? That's all I got, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, share the channel. We'll see you in the next one.